This is the intersection of Lyon Street and Spark Street in Ottawa, and this is an example of a two-stage crossing with independent phasing on both halves of the crossing. So the physical setup is pretty good because the signals are aligned, so you're not going to look at the wrong signal. So if you do look at that far signal, you're also going to see the near signal at the same time. And in this cycle they went to flash and log at the same time, but that doesn't usually seem to be the case. I think they're actually running at different cycle lengths. So a weird thing about this signal is that they fully signalized Spark Street, even though Spark Street is a pedestrian mall, so you can't drive on Spark Street. These bollards do come out, so like service vehicles and stuff can go in there, but I don't think it's necessary to have a signalization. They could have just put a stop sign and just not had these signals, since it's a right turn anyway, right turn only. And then there shouldn't be a signal here. Well, at least if there were a stop sign, there wouldn't need to be a signal here. Because of course it's telling you to not walk when you can clearly see there will not be any vehicles crossing the sidewalk. Now, the other problem with this timing here is that both halves of the crossing are fixed time. And as you're seeing now, they're actually on different cycle lengths. So the one on the other side is, I guess, coordinated with the signal down at Queen Street, which makes sense. But this one here is fixed time, which doesn't make any sense because this is a busway. So almost all of the time there's no vehicle here. So you're standing here facing a walk light, and that just feels, don't walk light, and that just feels completely unreasonable. Because you can clearly see that nobody's coming. So I think in this case it would have made more sense to have this one just rest in walk the whole time. And then when a bus comes, you put a detector there in the bus stop. It'll cause it to go to end the walk. Well, you put both actually. You put one in the bus stop and you put one way back there, right at the start of the left lane for buses that are skipping the stop. And so that wouldn't necessarily be coordinated. Well, it wouldn't be coordinated with the one on the other side, which is fixed time. But what it would do is it would look reasonable. So people would see, well, they wouldn't have the situation where it tells you not to walk when you can clearly see that you can walk halfway. And then it feels more reasonable to wait over there because you can see that there is actually a reason that that side is red. I suspect, but I haven't worked it out, that you can actually double cycle the one on the other side since it's so small. My guess is you could run two different greens per cycle.
We have an 18-wheeler going to be turning.
Apparently we're going to have an 18-wheeler turning, so I don't know, maybe I'll stick around for that.